I'm talking to any Republican as opposed to a MAGA Republican. Those guys are they're just too far gone. Any Republican needs to stand up now. I'm talking about the Republicans that have been voting with and supporting Donald Trump, knowing what he is doing to this country that they claim to love, knowing that it's morally bankrupt. I'm talking about the Republicans in legislatures in Washington, D.C., and in every state of the Union who swore an oath to the Constitution and meant it. Republicans who swore an oath to the Constitution and still take that oath seriously. You want to be a hero? The door is wide open. There's nothing here but space and opportunity. By now, you've heard about the public executions of Alex Preddy and Renee Good by ICE agents. You have seen several videos from several different angles of both of these executions. I mean, unless you've been sleeping under a rock for the last month. There is so much going on here that I barely know where to start. But let's start with this. Trump sends 3,000 ICE agents into a city that had already been bringing down the numbers of violent crime for the last 3 years running, with a police force of just over 600 police officers. Those ICE agents are notoriously undertrained, and they have absolutely, positively, unequivocally not been trained in de-escalation. Quite the contrary, ICE agents appear to intentionally escalate violence as if it were part of their training, and it well may have been. YouTube is flooded with evidence to that effect right now. See for yourself, these ICE agents have been sent here for a number of reasons, none of them good. Trump sent these undertrained ICE agents to Minneapolis to overwhelm the city and to create fear among its citizens. 5 times as many federal agents as there are police in Minneapolis tonight. He sent them there to incite a violent reaction from the people of Minnesota so that he could declare martial law and take over the city entirely. But Donald Trump doesn't understand the people of Minnesota. They're way up there next to Canada, and the evidence would suggest that they didn't get the memo that they're not Canadians. They're just that nice. He sent those ICE mongrels there to punish Minneapolis for being a sanctuary city. He sent them there to punish Governor Tim Walz for running against him in 2024. He sent those goons to Minneapolis to frighten enough voters to make polling places look like ghost towns in November. And Donald Trump sent 3,000 federal agents to Minneapolis to demonstrate his ability to dominate the American people and force them to comply with his evil criminality. And now we learn that Attorney General Pam Bondi sent a letter to Governor Walz telling him that he can make all of this confusion and terror go away. All he has to do is turn over all of Minnesota's voting data, and ICE will suddenly disappear off the streets. So I guess this whole terrorist attack on Minneapolis is just part of an extortion plot to steal the 2026 election. And now these ICE agents have publicly executed 2 innocent American citizens in broad daylight with cameras rolling, and then rush to a microphone and call them enemies of the state, to hope to control a narrative that is completely divorced from reality, to gaslight America into believing for 1 minute that Donald Trump belongs in that office. He is a vile and scurrilous little child posing as a full-grown man, and you know it. I'm talking to you, actual Republicans, you few that are left standing in the legislatures across this country, the men and women of substance who gave your solemn word and still stand by it. Your moment to make this madness stop has come. Do you want to be a hero? You want to come to the aid of your country? The door is wide open. There's nothing here but space and opportunity. Those impeachment papers have already been filed in the House of Representatives, and they're waiting for you right now. All you have to do is step up to the plate. And as an aside to Donald Trump, you need to lay off Governor Walz. When the lights go down and it's just you and your thoughts, you know in your heart that you could only hope to be half the man that Tim Walz is on his worst day. And with that, I'm GL Franklyn for The View from Out Here. Much love.